The form editor is a little bit different from a web page editor, but you'll see the concepts are always the same. You click on something, you edit something. You click on it, you edit that stuff. All right, so for me, I'm going to say the first name's required, last name's required. I'm going to drag the email, and I'm not even going to ask for a phone number. Right? Every form always has to have terms that they have to agree to. This is the world we live in. Generally speaking, it'll be what's in the second box. You all have this as a default. Generally speaking, that's the same stuff here. But if you're not using SMS, delete that stuff. Okay, the privacy policy, terms of service. When you click on that, the editor's there. This one's a little bit different. Privacy policy. Terms of service. Okay, so this is pretty much ready, the form. So I'm just going to hit save. Oh, sorry, I forgot to name it. Let's call it webinar registration. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go back here. And I'm just personally, because I just recreated or created a brand new form, I'm just going to delete this. Because when I hit add, it should update. There it is. Webinar registration form. Boom. There it is. This is your funnel page, right? Now section change made, I don't know what I edited, but let's see. Content, webinar, registration. You're not going to use generic terms like that. You're going to actually put proper, like what that webinar is. If I want to preview it, this is it. Register now would just drag down to here if this is a really long page. If it's not a long page, don't use this register now button. It's just an example. Now you'll notice here there's a shadow around this form field. And the reason why is because by default, it looks like this. So what you can do is not select anything. You click on Styles and Options, Colors and Background, and drag the background to complete transparency. You see how over here, you see it's changing? It's changing and updating in real time. Okay, so that's the background. And then there's also a border. You can see this faint border. I'm not sure if you guys can see it over Zoom, but there is one. I'm going to zero that out. I'm going to change the border color to transparent. And then there's also a shadow. We're going to get rid of that. Okay. And the only other thing is this little privacy box here. Just going to change that background to transparent. Where is this? Okay, so now that's transparent. So I'm going to hit save. Wait 3 seconds to 5 seconds, refresh, and you'll see the shadow's gone. Okay, so that's now the form. So when I fill this out, the question is, what happens next for this form? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the main page for the funnel, and I could do one of two things. I can reuse this funnel design by hitting clone funnel step, or I can just say add a new funnel step or import. I'm going to make my life simple. I'm going to hit clone. I'm going to say add this to this funnel. And I'm going to change this wording, which is under the publishing section. I'm going to say confirmation, free ebook, confirmation, update the step. It's going to take me back to the beginning. And this is where I go to edit. It's going to look exactly the same as this webinar registration page, but I don't need this anymore. I don't need this type of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'm going to add a different section. Again, your design is going to be however you want it to be. Okay, I'm going to delete this. You are now registered. Check your email, blah, blah, blah. Remember always that type of stuff? Add to your calendar. Date, time. Link is in your email. Contact info@blah, blah, blah.com. If you have any questions or can't find the email. Right, link is in your email. Check your junk mail folder. This is text, general text. I'm not saying this is what you have to say. Save. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to this landing page, which has the form. And I'm going to click on the form, and you'll see here it changes. Button action. What do I do? Okay. You're going to say when they submit this registration, what you're going to do is you're going to say go to the next step and hit save. So whenever somebody fills out this form, they're going to be sent to this confirmation.